Greetings, friend. Yes, I'm speaking to you. How do you start your day? Do you wake up and instantly grab your phone, lost in a sea of posts before your mind fully wakes? If this sounds familiar, listen closely. You're giving away control of your day from the very start. Most people wake up and immediately reach for their phones. Your mind gets hijacked by notifications, social media, news, and endless noise from the outside world. From the moment you open your eyes, you surrender control of your emotions, thoughts, and spirit. Contrast this with the 1% who begin their mornings with absolute purpose. No scrolling, no rushing, no reacting, just calm, presence, and inner clarity. They don't wake up to chaos. They wake up to mastery. They own their mornings, and in doing so, they own their entire day. Marcus Aurelius said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Yet why do so few live this way? Because most forget that the morning is your kingdom. It's your sacred space to claim or lose. Those who surrender to noise, emotions, or chaos merely chase the day instead of leading it. But those who master their mornings, guide their emotions, choices, and ultimately their lives. This video invites you to join the 1%, not because you're better, but because you refuse to live below your potential. Ancient Stoic philosophers didn't just face the day, they prepared for it. They didn't wait for motivation. They created action. They didn't ask, "What will today bring me?" but rather, "What can I bring to today?" In this video, I'll share 7 Stoic morning secrets that few practice, but those who do take full control of their lives. These aren't typical morning routine tips. No fluff. No gimmicks. These are principles of mind, heart, and soul rooted in Stoicism, transforming your mornings into sacred moments of purpose and unstoppable living. Join me, as each point will awaken you in its own way, showing that mornings aren't just time, they're the foundation of freedom. Leave this affirmation in the comments: I master my morning. I master my life. Like this video. Comment below. Share it with someone who needs it. If you're new here, subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's begin. First, wake up with discipline, not motivation. Most people wait for inspiration to act in the morning. They think, if I feel inspired, I'll get up early. Or if I'm excited, I'll exercise, meditate, or plan. But Stoics don't wait. They act regardless of how they feel. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "At dawn, when you struggle to leave bed, tell yourself, I must go to work as a human." This simple truth holds profound power. Life's purpose isn't to sleep through it, but to live it fully. The first secret of the 1%, they rise with discipline, not mood. They don't argue with themselves or negotiate with the alarm clock. They simply get up, no drama, no excuses. This matters because your first morning decision is a vote for who you're becoming. When you hit snooze, you vote for a weaker version of yourself. When you rise on time, you vote for strength. You're not just waking up, you're practicing your identity. This is the heart of Stoicism, living as your true self, not just feeling like it, especially when you don't want to. This builds inner strength. Over time, your mind becomes stronger than your emotions. Your body follows your mind. Your energy submits to your will. Even when tired, anxious, or unmotivated. You rise because you promised yourself you would. This fosters self-trust, and with trust, your power grows. So how do you start? Set a fixed wake-up time and guard it like your life depends on it. No snooze button, not even once. When you wake, get up immediately. This signals your body it's time to move. Say something bold aloud. Like, let's go. Today is mine. If you can silence the weak voice in your head at 5 a.m., you can win anywhere. You step into the world having already won your first battle. Most people haven't even opened their eyes yet. Your morning doesn't need to be elaborate, just consistent. Remember, you don't rise because you feel like it, but because it's who you are. Leave this affirmation in the comments. Discipline is my alarm clock. Second, win the first hour in silence. Who's in charge when you wake you? Or your phone, notifications, someone else's drama. Most people roll over, unlock their screen, and instantly let the outside world in. Before their feet hit the floor, their mind is hijacked, scrolling, comparing, reacting, and just like that, their day slips out of control. But those who choose differently start their day in silence. No music, no messages, no distractions, just quiet. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish about external things. Don't worry if silence feels odd or like you're missing out. That silence is your strength. Your brain is tender in the morning, open and receptive. What you take in first shapes your entire day. If you start with noise, you carry chaos all day long. But give yourself 10 minutes of silence, and you give your mind space to breathe, reset, and focus. So what do the strongest among us do? They sit up in bed, they close their eyes, feel their breath, and listen to their thoughts without chasing them. They ask simple yet profound questions. What energy do I want to bring today? What would my best self do this morning? This is prohairesis in Stoic philosophy, your inner freedom to choose your response. No matter what the world throws at you, try it tomorrow morning. Before touching your phone, just sit in silence. Do nothing but be with yourself. You'll be amazed at the shift over time. You'll react less negatively, become more creative, and stay calmer. No matter how chaotic life gets, you'll move through it like a quiet storm because you didn't let your morning be stolen. You own it. Silence isn't empty. It's space for answers, control, and strength. True clarity doesn't come from noise. It always begins within. Leave a comment if you're ready to protect your peace. Silence gives me control. Third, face the day before it begins. Let's be honest, life rarely goes as planned. You can set schedules, make to-do lists, and prepare your mind. But suddenly, things unravel. Someone says something foolish. Plans fall apart. Traffic jams. Or an email throws you off before 9 a.m. That's reality. Most people let those moments knock them down. But Stoics prepare in advance, not out of pessimism, but readiness. There's an ancient Stoic practice called premeditatio malorum, thinking ahead about what could go wrong. It sounds grim, but it's not about negativity. It's about rehearsing life before it happens. Seneca said, "He who foresees troubles takes away their power." When you mentally prepare for challenges, they don't defeat you when they arrive. You face them like someone who's been through it before. The strongest don't just live through the day, they preview it. They imagine what could go wrong, not in fear, but with calm clarity. Someone might interrupt me. I might lose patience in traffic. Someone might misunderstand me. I might feel tired or anxious. Then they ask, when that happens, how will I respond? This builds emotional strength before the challenge even begins. Here's a simple practice to try. After your morning silence, ask yourself, what might challenge me today? What emotions might flare up? And how will I manage them? How would my best self handle it? Write it down or think it through. Either way, it's powerful because when life unfolds as it always does, you don't freeze or fall apart. You've rehearsed it. You don't react emotionally. You respond with wisdom. That's the core of Stoicism, not controlling life, but controlling yourself within it. This mindset gives you a calm that others admire. You enter meetings with confidence. You handle delays without anger. You hear criticism without crumbling. You stay composed. That's your power, not perfection or forced positivity, but preparation because you faced the day before it started. Leave this affirmation in the comments. If you're ready to stop being caught off guard, I'm prepared. I don't panic. Fourth, anchor yourself with a Stoic morning reminder. Every great leader, warrior, and philosopher had something they returned to each morning, a core principle, a solid truth, a reminder of who they are. Ordinary people wake up forgetting who they want to be. Stoics wake up and remember. Marcus Aurelius wrote daily in his meditations, not to impress, but to keep himself grounded. Those words were personal reminders of how to live with strength and calm. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This is your morning anchor, a truth you repeat before the world pulls you off course. This matters because each morning your sense of self is fragile. Before emails, opinions, and pressures flood in, you must tell yourself who you are, or the world will decide for you. Those who live with clarity and control choose or create a Stoic mantra and repeat it every morning. It's not just motivation, it's a foundation. It brings you back to yourself. Try these powerful statements. I don't control what happens, only how I respond. Today is a gift. I won't let it slip away in distraction. What matters most today is how I stay true to myself. I don't live to please others. I live by truth. You don't need 100 affirmations, just one guiding truth. Say it aloud. Write it down. Let it guide you. When you wake, feeling anxious, confused, or lost, it's often because your mind lacks a clear signal. It's wandering. But starting with clarity creates momentum. You tackle tasks with purpose, face challenges with consistency, and stay calm under pressure because your mind isn't guessing, it's anchored. Try this. Next time you wake, after rising, sit quietly and repeat your chosen Stoic truth 5 to 10 times. Say it with conviction. Let it echo in your soul. Don't just speak it, become it. Over time, this becomes your mental armor. On days when life tests you, this reminder pulls you back to strength. If you don't remind yourself daily who you are, the world will confuse you. Don't let that happen. Leave this affirmation in the comments. I anchor my mind to truth. Fifth, master your mind before the world steps in. Your mind is most vulnerable in the first hour after waking. So ask yourself, who gets to enter your mind first? For most, It's strangers online. News they can't control. Pointless chats. Or opinions that make them feel small. Seneca said, "A man is only unhappy if he believes himself to be." Instead of letting the world shape them, Stoics shape their minds first. This is where Stoic reflection or journaling becomes a powerful morning tool for the 1%. It's simple. After your quiet moment and anchoring truth, spend 5–10 minutes writing your thoughts, not for others, but for you. Ask, what am I feeling now? What must I let go? What am I grateful for? What virtue, patience, courage, discipline will I practice today? You don't need to write a novel, just a few honest lines. This creates a private space for self-awareness, where thoughts meet truth. It reminds you, I control how I think. I don't carry yesterday's burdens into today. I don't need to match the world's energy. I create my own. After a few days of this, you'll notice a shift. Your mind sharpens. You spot your emotional triggers sooner. You react less impulsively. You catch anxiety creeping in and choose wiser thoughts faster. This is how Stoics build mental strength, not by ignoring emotions, but by observing, understanding, and replacing them with wisdom. This is why the wisest 1% don't just wake up early. They use mornings for real work, mastering their inner world. If you don't control your mind, the world will use it against you. You weren't born to be a slave to emotions, stimulation, or impulses. You were born to lead your mind like a king rules, with clarity, patience, and discipline. Use the first moment of your day to wear that crown. Leave this affirmation in the comments. I master my mind before the world can. 6th, move your body to awaken your mind. A Stoic knows body and mind are not separate, they're allies. If your body is sluggish, your mind weakens too. If your body is alert and strong, your mind rises with it. That's why the mentally sharp never start the day without movement, not for vanity or to show off, but because motion is the first act of self-respect. Marcus Aurelius asked, "Were you made to huddle under blankets and stay warm?" Not judgment, but a call to action, a reminder that your body was built to move, to meet the day with strength, not lethargy. You don't need a 2-hour workout to be great. You need movement. You need to signal your brain. We weren't made for ease. We were made to lead. Why is morning movement so powerful? It shifts your state instantly. Blood flows. Your heart pumps. Energy rises. Your self-image sharpens. The fog clears. And the weak part of you that wants to stay in bed fades away. Stoics valued physical discipline as a way to train the will. Epictetus taught that discipline in the body leads to discipline in the soul. First steps, push-ups, stretches, even a cold shower. These aren't about fitness, but control. You're proving to yourself, I can do hard things, even when I don't feel like it. That's leadership. That's self-mastery. Most people never train their will. They train comfort. They train weakness. Then they wonder why their lives feel weak. Here's your challenge every morning. Move your body for just 10 minutes. Stretch. Do push-ups. Jump in place. Walk in silence. Splash cold water on your face. Or take a cold shower. It doesn't need to be intense, just intentional. Because your body isn't secondary in this journey. It's your vehicle for discipline. When you train each morning, you step into the world feeling unstoppable because you've already won something before breakfast. Leave this affirmation in the comments. I act with discipline. I conquer the day. 7th, practice being the person you want to become. The final secret of the emotionally strong 1% isn't what they do, but who they become each morning before facing the world. They mentally rehearse the person they aspire to be. This isn't pretense, it's living with intention. Seneca said, "We don't have too little time to live, but we waste too much." Wasting time isn't just scrolling or watching videos, it's living without purpose, reacting by habit instead of reflection, being swept by life instead of leading it. So, what do the 1% do before the day begins? They ask, how would my best self act today? If someone filmed me all day, would I be proud of how I move, speak, or handle emotions? Where do I need to be stronger today? And how will I face those challenges? This is mental practice. You're not predicting every step, but training your identity. Picture yourself walking into work or school with calm energy. See yourself staying composed in conflict, choosing patience over anger, speaking clearly and confidently. This gives your brain a blueprint, like rehearsing for the real performance. When life tests you, you've already practiced your lines. Most people get swept up by the energy around them. Stoics create that energy. They enter chaos with calm, respond to aggression with strength, and face fear with action. They don't pretend, they practice every morning. Over time, your identity becomes solid as stone. You become someone who doesn't panic, speaks truthfully, and acts with purpose. You don't just have good mornings, you build a great life. People often dismiss mornings as unimportant, but the wise know they're everything. How you wake up shapes your mindset, mood, momentum, and meaning. If you don't master your morning, someone else will. If you don't control your thoughts early, chaos will take over. If you don't discipline yourself before sunrise, life will do it for you, and it won't be gentle. Stoics aren't just philosophers, they're warriors of the mind. They don't waste time or mornings. They live with intentional repetition, reminding themselves daily what matters, who they want to be, and how to face the world. No matter what life brings, they stand firm. Let's recap the 7 morning secrets of the 1% who succeed. First, wake with discipline, not motivation. Second, win the first hour in silence. Third, face the day before it begins. Fourth, anchor yourself with a Stoic reminder. Fifth, master your mind before the world enters. Sixth, move your body to awaken your mind. Seventh, practice being who you want to become. These aren't mere tips, they're tools for transformation. Don't try to do them all at once. Start small, but start today. One small morning change can shift your life's trajectory. You don't need to be perfect, just awake. Truly awake to your values, actions, and purpose. Let today be the last day you wake up like it's ordinary, and the first day you wake as the 1%. Like this video. Comment the truth that resonates with you. Share it with someone who needs it. And subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Leave this final affirmation in the comments. I wake as the 1%. I lead my life with Stoic strength.